if those guys are back, I get the feeling that and if they play well next year, I think it'll be pretty easy to point to the decision to play in the NIT as part of the reason that maybe you accelerated their development or allowed them to showcase another step, another level from what you saw for much of the regular season. And so, yeah, I mean, and in an era where continuity is so valuable and so difficult for college basketball teams to achieve because you can't just punt on a season and assume that everyone is going to come back a year later and they'll be better off for it. I mean, to get continuity is like it's an ordeal. It's a process. And if this were to pay off with several of Auburn's contributors next year being guys that are a big part of this tournament team, yeah, I think it's going to be very easy to draw a line between the decision to play in the NIT and the way Auburn has played in the NIT and the fruits of that labor next year, in Auburn's season.
This is popping in my head, and I want to know what you think about this. One of the things about this young roster this season, one of the things we had said about this team is you had so many underclassmen, so many guys who were new to D1, and what disadvantages that brought. One of the things is that Auburn, by playing the non-conference schedule that they did this season, they were unable to kind of get that runway of development for maybe some of these younger guys to maybe make mistakes or learn and grow without necessarily being in like life or death, these tough games. And it's tougher to do that when you're playing Purdue and Michigan and Arizona, all St. John's, all away from home, even NC State at home. Auburn's non-con schedule was really top-heavy. There were some bye games mixed in. But, Dan, this kind of mid-tier where you're playing good quality mid-major programs like Auburn has had in these last 2, South Alabama would have been a solid game to play this season. Definitely Seattle with their defense. Definitely Nevada with the way they play. It's kind of funny, Dan. It's like Auburn's kind of getting to do the thing they weren't able to do in non-conference this year by, look, are you going to throw a parade and say Auburn has fixed all their problems? Look how much better they are right now because they beat 3 mid-majors at home as favorites? No, you're not going to say that. But what you can say is the development that maybe you missed out on some because of how tough your non-conference schedule was and the injuries that you dealt with and the issues that you had. You're kind of getting to make up for that right now, and I think that's pretty valuable.